Trenches Podcast.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. Checking out. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Shop Talk. I'm here with the very frustrated Mr. Matthew Riley. How you doing, bro?
Spicy, bro.
What's going on?
Everything is wrong. So far, everything is not going correctly.
Right.
I don't understand it.
See, but here's the thing, like, because you said...
I turned the air conditioning off.
Pissed off.
I turned the air conditioning off, too, because I didn't want it to go on during the... And I'm so heated that my body temperature is 5 degrees higher, at least.
Bro, and you got a sweater on, dude.
I know. Well, this is my podcast sweater, and I don't give a fuck anymore. So just who cares? Who even cares? What?
Because you were like, first of all, shout out to the homies that Juggernaut for this amazing shirt.
I like that a lot.
Chicago Tribune, Chicago shirt.
Drop us a promo code.
Boom. Oh, bro, whole day, bro. Just beep. I gotta beep that shit. Hold on, dude. No, but it's funny, bro, because you started this. We started everything. We're trying to get it going, and then you're like, bro, you know what? Just fuck technology. It sucks. And I'm like, I forget I do a podcast with the fucking dinosaur. Yeah. So it's funny. It's just it was pretty funny. But you're like really mad. So that's kind of crazy. Phones. What'd you say?
I said we should be doing this podcast on. You probably don't even know. Do you know what a rotary dial phone is?
Yes, bro. It's,
yeah.
I seen them on Mickey Mouse. I've never seen one in real life though.
Yeah, like the kid. That's what's funny is like it's so old that they're like now kids' toys.
Yeah, it's part of like a kids show.
Like you have no idea. You didn't see one growing up.
But you know what I did see, and we did have where it was like, my brother I'd be on just playing games online, and my brother's like, "Hey, get off the shit. I need to use the phone." And I'm like, "No, dude. Like I can't. Like I'm gonna lose the spot of the game." And he's like, just come up and unplug the shit. Like I gotta talk to my hoes. I'm like, damn, bro.
Dude, that was when it was no memory cards. There was no like like your PlayStation now you can just save at any point whenever you want. Then it was either like you had to get to a checkpoint.
So it'll save.
They would make the checkpoint 19 miles in, and then you'd get right before it and die, and then you have to restart over again.
Dude, it's kind of like with even when I got this computer, I would tell Kim, I'm like, I need to. How do I save this? And she's like, no, you can just turn it off. I'm like, no, like it's gonna go away. And she's just like, no, you just close the computer. And I'm like, no, I don't know. Let me go ask Geek Squad because I don't know.
Did you have Nintendo 64?
I did.
Yeah. So remember when because that was kind of like the start of the. Like, remember what were those called? Like the rumble packs and shit that you could put into the back of the controller.
Oh, I didn't have one of those, bro.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm white and rich. I could afford rumble packs. We
didn't have those.
We didn't have those in the hood. Yeah,
we didn't have those, bro.
Yeah, we were all sharing one controller. We had two games,
bro. We had Donkey Kong, and we had the race, Mario race, whatever.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
Who? Hey, bro. See your whiteness. We're just flinging them out there.
That hurts my white soul, dude.
Bro, but did you ever have Gamecube? We had one of those.
Yeah, my one friend. He had Gamecube and only Gamecube, no other system. I was like, okay, hold on a second. Gamecube is like third string. You don't just only have Gamecube.
Yeah.
That's a wild maneuver.
It was weird because the discs were like this big.
Yeah, and
the little CDs.
We would always. And the only game he had, he only had GameCube, and then he only had one game for it too, which
one though?
It was some sort of it was like all the characters. It was like the party version.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Super Smash.
That's the only game you needed, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna have one game, that's the game that you have. Don't get me wrong, but
but it would be kind of cool to have other games too,
Yeah.
Not judging your friend, but.
I am. I hope he sees this.
Cut that part out and send it to him.
N64 used to have like these. When it first came out, there was nothing. I don't think there was, but I don't know. You couldn't save games, nothing like that. And then they started coming out with like these rumble packs and something else, and you could legit like plug it into the back of the controller. Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly, it was like that was your memory, so you could like save games and like you could have it on your pack and like put it in other controllers and shit. And I remember like friends would come over, I would go to friends' houses, and you're like playing one-on-one, like GoldenEye or what, and just getting so fucking mad. And I
that's one
thing. Like I would get so mad, I'd steal the rumble packs and go home.
Like, fuck, I'm taking
now nobody gets it. Now nobody's playing. Turning the game off when you get real mad.
Yeah, I still do that.
That's how I feel with these AirPods.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You know what, bro? Like, let's be honest, bro. We're part of the 1% now, so it's just like I'll send you some. Don't worry about it. I'll send you some.
Yeah, and since you got so much money, overnight it too.
I got you, bro.
I'm sick of looking stupid out here.
You're looking kind of wild, bro. Because who are those fucking cables hanging from your ears? Like, but it's because you're my guy, so I'm not gonna judge you. It's just I don't want everybody.
Let the record show that before we started recording, Chuy said that this looked cool and that I should put both of them in here because I would look stupid if I had one hanging down.
Bro,
now with everybody watching,
take one out.
I don't want to.
Let me prove a point. Take one out.
It's gonna get
See?
and what happens is it gets too heavy and it just caught the bottom of my table. But it doesn't work. That's the thing. There's only one that works. So this is only just for looks. And it's throwing off the equilibrium in my head that only one is working, and there's nothing going. It's just this way.
Yeah.
And my AirPods is the same ear. I'm either deaf in this ear and I don't know it yet, or somehow, some way, this one keeps breaking somehow. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just deaf in one ear. I don't know.
I mean, that's usually what happens when you turn 50, right? Like you start to get hard of hearing.
Usually, look at this fucking shit, dude. Did you see that? Usually, though, it's a slow fade when, the hearing starts going. And I think I'm more concerned about my vision than anything. Like, I have great vision, but, like this last... You know that on the iPhone, where every once in a while, where it tells you, like, your screen time?
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, go somewhere else with that. Don't tell me what
Don't tell me to get off my phone. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, you know how you can slide over on your notifications to like exit out of certain ones?
Yeah.
I don't even look. As soon as that comes up, I'm like, I don't need to see how long I've been on my phone for. We're not going to tell anybody that. You're not sending that to Apple for data and analysis and all that other bullshit. No, it's between me and you. But that's the only thing is like I feel like just at nighttime, man, my eyes they feel swollen sometimes.
But you do a lot of stuff on the computer too, though, right?
Dude, this computer was probably my best investment I've ever
me too.
made.
Me too.
Because my laptop, when I bought a MacBook like 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it was, and God damn it. When I had to go, we had to go to the hotel for 2 months when my condo had all that water and stuff. Mm-hmm. And in this hotel, there was probably this much tile in the hotel room, just this much tile. And when I was walking with my laptop, I had it pinched, and somehow, some way, it like slipped through my fingers and hit this much tile that was in the entire hotel room, dude. And it just hit and did like a ballerina twirl and just slapped on the ground. And I made that noise again where I was just like, huh, and I couldn't do anything. I didn't know like what to do. And I looked and like it lights up, like the keyboard lights up, but the screen is just black. And so I took it into multiple stores.
And they were like, my friend, no can do.
They're like, how much do you got on that Amex? You're going to need all of it. Yeah, the screen replacement was like, I don't remember now at this point, $800, $900, something like that. Just to replace this. So I was like, might as well just buy a new laptop. So I was going to go buy a new laptop. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. Because this laptop works. I just can't get the screen to turn on. And all my shit was on there. So I had to run an HDMI cable to my TV at one point, and I was trying to like transfer shit over.
Did it work?
And I just went, yeah, kinda. I looked like an asshole though. I had this table in the middle of the living room like it was a desk with my 50-inch TV as my. And I was like, this is idiotic. So then I went to the store and this computer, but like it's so much better on my eyes. The big screen.
I went the other way. I was like, let me get this big one because like Because I wanted a MacBook Pro, but then I'm like, I'm looking at this shit, bro, and it's like I'm gonna be like a little T-Rex trying to do this type of shit.
You would look very funny.
It'd be dumb. I'm, like, you know, like in The Incredibles when the dude's in the office and he's just like, that would have been me, bro. Like, this is stupid as hell.
He's all hunched over.
I know.
They're like, what size is that screen? Is that 4 inches? You're like, no, this is the 20.
And it's but like I do like the convenience of it though, because at work I'll edit these when I'm not like busy, and it's just like, you know, the transfer between the two is pretty awesome.
Now, moment of truth. If you were to get the MacBook Pro, what color would you get?
I was gonna get the pink one, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
The rose. It's actually rose. It's a
you were
rose, bro, because it was rose in gold. It looks dope.
I know you were gonna get that one.
Dude, but my laptop though, it has you can't even see it. It has like the little Apple lights up, and it has a SD. It has an SD. Like I can put my memory card in there. The new ones don't have that shit.
Oh yeah, I actually, it's weird that you say that, because I remember asking the guy at Best Buy, I think, about, I don't know why, like I know anything about computers. I'm like that guy that walks in and like, I Googled stuff before I got there just to ask questions, to make it, just to look like I'm not some mark that walked in there that he can't charge me full price. So I'm like, yeah, is this what kind of SD cards is this even take SD cards anymore?
Right.
And like he's
like, how many RAMs is this? Just curious, you know.
Like,
bro, I brought my neighbor with me. I'm like, listen, because he builds computers and shit. And I'm like, Oscar, shout out to Oscar. I'm like, bro, can you come with me? Because I don't want these to dupe me. And it's just like, for what I need it to do A, B, and C. And you tell me which one is what's the best.
Going to Best Buy is like going to a car dealership now. Like, you need somebody with you that knows what they're talking about in order to. I was there and I was just touching everything, and they were like, "Sir, you've been in here for 4 hours. Are you okay?"
You're like, you know, this one, it's about the size.
Yeah, and I was like, "Do you guys have fax machines here?"
Right.
And they're like, "It's like, I think you're in the wrong store. You got to go to Office Max."
Dude, that's so funny.
But I got the computer, and yeah, it's the best. It's the best thing. So I think my vision is the one thing that I'm more concerned about. But I don't know, man. Maybe my left ear. I don't know.
Right.
This
dude,
podcast, I'm just going downhill.
Dude, you and I both, because I'm losing my hair at an exponential rate, and it's pretty fucking scary. Don't even tell me you noticed, bro.
I was gonna say if this was me a year ago, I would probably be rude and just say some stupid stuff like, "Oh, I'm glad to see that happening to you."
Dude, it's like,
you know, all that.
But you know what? I'm getting that For Him shit. You seen that?
I'm already on it.
Are you really?
For a year. That's why I said a year ago I would have been a jerk about it.
Bro, but it works?
Okay. So, as you can tell, I'm a stressful person. Okay?
Sure.
Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. Depends how you look at it. All right?
Right.
So, I was just like showering I don't know, and I just so happened to notice every once in a while, like I would be in the shower and I'd be, you know, washing my hair, and I would just kind of like look down for a second, and I would see some hair in my hands, a little bit, like not a ton, but like, and then like days would go by, and then like something in my head, I think I was just like laying in bed at one night, and I was like, wait a second, how many days has it been? Like, what's going on here? And then so like in the shower, I really started paying attention, and I was like panic. Like in the trying to get it, like trying to make more hair fall out just to make it seem worse than it was.
For sure. Well, so you can evaluate. Like, it's evaluate.
Yeah. And then I was brushing my teeth real hard and trying to be like knock hair, like I was seeing hair in the sink.
Right.
And I was like, this is a problem. Like this is, and I go, if there's one thing I know, you got to catch it early, otherwise you're fucked. See you later. You're done. And so. I went to the doctor, to the whoever guy down here, some guy that's got like Botox in his cheek, and he's just like this jacked plastic surgeon dude that belongs in Beverly Hills. Yeah, and I went in there and made an appointment, and he was like, "Okay, let me take a look." He's like, because they make you take pictures before you get in there, because this was like the start of Corona, I think, so I couldn't even go in there and like have an evaluation. So they were like, all right, take pictures of your hair of like all around your head and send it to us. So I had to sit in my car and I was like taking pictures like
Dude, I did the same thing.
all the way around my head. And then I went in there and the doctor was like, all right, let me take a look. And he was like, honestly, he's like, I don't see any patterns. I don't see any thinning. I don't see anything like that. And I was like, well, find something, because I didn't just come all the way over here for nothing.
There's shit falling out, Doc. Don't fucking tell me.
Run your fingers through it, doctor. What did I come all the way over here for? Just look at it. You just blow on it and run your fingers through it.
No, you're fine. I mean, no.
Stuff will fall out.
For sure.
He was like, normal shedding. It's normal to shed. And then, he put me on the... Well, I put myself on it because he was like, you don't have to. I was like, yes, I do. Yeah, I do. I'll take 1,000 of them. Thank you.
That's what I said, bro. It's so funny because I was... Because obviously every fucking podcast in the world talks about it. And I'm like, let's go see what it's about, right? And, dude, I was like, it's not that expensive for 3 months, you know? And I was like, you got to do it. After 6 months, you see some. And honestly, too, bro, like, I know I'm not crazy because I look at pictures from before I moved out here. And, like, my front, it was not that thin. But everywhere else is fine. Like, I don't have any type of problem. But it's just like, I don't know. I see
it's that hard water, right?
Yeah, and the water out here is hard as shit. Like, bro, look at how ashy my elbows are, bro. This is bad.
They've been talking about your elbows in the comment section.
I know, dude. You should see my knees. My knees are fucked.
They wait till you should go get the PRT or whatever that is.
SMP?
No.
The tattoo?
No. No. That's when you're bald. That's when you see it later. No, the I think it's the PRT. It's where they draw your blood. They draw plasma.
Oh yeah, and they put it up there.
Inject it all in your head.
You did that? Oh, I got you.
Fuck yeah, I did that.
But so you did. Wait, hold on. So you did it both, like.
Bro, I went in there for the Grand Slam. I was like, what kind of packages you guys got in here? Give me the gold star service here.
Wait, so you did that and then you did the hips?
Inject me.
Dude, but why did you do the surgery?
No, fuck that, dude. You know what's fucked up though? It was like straight out of a movie when I went, because like I did it all online and I like talked to somebody on the phone, but like I didn't really I didn't have like I said, I didn't have an in-person evaluation appointment.
Oh yeah.
Because of COVID and everything. So like when I went in there was the day of the procedure, and so when I first went in there, it was like a nurse and whatever, and she was like scanning she was doing something weird. She's like, okay, yeah, this won't be a and I go, what's the, I think I asked her, like, what's the, how long or whatever, and she was like, oh, it should only take a few hours. All we have to do is just remove this piece back here, and then we would blah blah blah. And then like the way she was explaining it, and I was like, whoa, wait, remove what? What are you removing? She's like, oh yeah, we just take a little skin from back here, and then we place it here, and then another. And I was like, whoa, why are you removing things? I didn't know that that's what I signed up for. I don't want that if that's the case. I'm willing to go above and beyond, but I can't.
Yeah.
And so they looked at my thing. They looked at my chart. They confused my chart. Somebody else was there getting that surgery, and I was just getting the injections. And if I didn't catch that, dude, they would have fucking... who knows how it would have went down, but I was like, well, excuse me, ma'am.
Like a little fork and just...
Yeah,
and you're like,
just pinch the back of the fat on the back of my neck.
Like, is this the shot?
Yeah, I'm like, what's that smell? Are you burning something back there?
Oh fuck, bro, that's crazy.
And so I was like, oh no. I was like, I'm not here for that. And then she looked and she's like, oh my god, okay, yeah, you're here. She'll go, oh, that's even easier. She's like, that'll take only a half hour or whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, thank you. But it was legit, I guess.
Because, dude, some people have good heads to shave. I don't have one. You sure as fuck don't have one either. No offense.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Bro, because, like, look.
I say it all the time.
Bro, turn your head to this way. You got some.
We don't have to do this, but we
right.
We don't. I just don't want it on record. We don't have to do this.
I got you. Bro, what the fuck is going on over here, bro? Flyaways. Yeah, see, like, what the fuck is that? No, I'm just kidding.
We get it.
Bro, look, I got lumps, bro. Like, this shit would look
Why
crazy.
do you think that I ran into that office to go get that done? Because I was like, I don't have the most amount of things going for me. Like, hair, if that goes, like, I don't have a shavable head. I got just crazy things going on. It's just, I got big ears.
Right. I never noticed, dude. Oh shit.
Yeah. I got 2 monitors over here to fit them both in.
Right. Yeah, bro.
It would just be a wrap.
Yeah.
And I can't be having that. Not in 2021 with all this technology.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, see.
She said some crazy shit too. She was like, the plasma. They like injected all the plasma, and then there was like still some left, and she was like, "Do you want to?" She said something like, "Do you want to take this home?" And I was like, what am I doing with that?
Just put it.
She's like,
put it next to
people use it for all sorts of stuff. And I was like what? Like they drink it or something? Like a placenta? Like how they eat the... Yeah, and I think she said people will like drink it or they'll mix it in with stuff. I don't know. I was like, no thanks. You can just throw that out, please. And I want to watch you throw it out. I don't want you like giving that to... I don't... weird stuff that goes on in here.
Ooh, no, thank you.
But yeah, that was a year ago.
I gotta look that up, the shots.
Dude, just open up a credit card, get a big fat credit limit on there, and just go swipe it.
I got a few already. It's a business expense. I had to meet people, shake hands. They're gonna be like, "Look at this bald motherfucker!" Like, it's just like my Rolex. The same thing. When I go and shake your hand, when we're shaking deals, it's like a little,
I mean, it's so unfortunate because, like I said, a year ago I would have made fun of you. I would always make fun of, and this is probably my payback for it because of all of that. But like we all know those cheesy like car salesman type guys that we've met in our lives, where you go to like shake their hands or you see them outside and like the wind starts blowing and those 4 little hairs that they're holding on to for some reason are just doing a dance on the top of their head, and I'm like, don't you feel that? Come on, man. Come on.
And you know what's messed up, bro, is I have clients that I absolutely love. They're the coolest people. A lot of them put me on game, whether it's business, mostly business, but it's just like, bro, I have one client, bro. Billboards, right? Obviously. Yeah. This man owns 90% of the billboards in Las Vegas. Guap, right? And yeah, he's got that shit, bro. He don't watch this, and if you do, brother, I love you. I'm sorry, but he's got the shit where there's not one hair on top, and but shout out to him too. He lost like 80 pounds, bro. He's doing his thing. Anyways, though, bro, like it's crazy. Like I literally, like like in Shark Tank, what's that dude's name? Kevin O'Reilly.
Kevin O'Leary.
That is copy paste, except his isn't white. And I'm just like, come on, bro, just let me. I almost want to do it on accident and just fuck it up.
It's such a tough look.
It is. I'm like, bro,
and I get it, like, because it's like once you get to that point, it's like, what do you do with it? And you want to try to like, I mean, I guess if you just keep it clean on the sides and the back.
But there's nothing up here. Like he actually asked me last time too. He's like, Chuy, should we just shave it? I'm like, man, we should, but if you want to, probably not gonna look the best, bro, to be honest with you. He's like, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I'm like, cool.
Because at least if you get rid of the sides and the back and you kind of just like shave, then it's like, I don't know, it's like you chose to do that. Like God didn't, like when you're bald, God chose that for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So instead, take it in your hands and get rid of it all, and now you're in charge, and you decided to. And then some people are like, oh, maybe he chooses to be like that. But like when you rock that look,
dude, it's a brave look.
Why can't we figure out baldness though?
I don't know, bro. Because it's weird. I think we're coming a long way, bro. Because I remember when the shit first started happening, when I was cutting hair, I saw people with these huge scars back in the back of their head. And I was like, after I saw it 1, 2, 3 times, I asked somebody, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, am I crazy or people, like, what's going on? I was like, oh, that's the hair replacement. And then now, current day, there's like where they take each hair out and then they put it, like a robot will take it out from the sides and then a doctor will place it. That one is kind of cool. That one's kind of cool because there's no scar. But your head looks like a strawberry though. And you're awake. Like dudes will show me pictures and they're like on their phone. Meanwhile, like this shit's all bloody. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking throw up. Don't show me this shit.
That's why it's important to catch it when there's still hair and it's alive, so that way they can do shit like that. It's the people that wait too long. I got a buddy that waited way too long, and so he's done for. But yeah, you're awake. Like for the little injection things, they inject numbing shit into your head first. Because usually if you're like actually going bald, which I don't think that I am, I'm just a paranoid absolute lunatic.
No, me too.
Just But like usually if you're going bald, you're either going bald in the front or like you have it somewhere so they can focus. But with me, they were like, oh, we'll just do your whole head. So they injected my entire head instead of like one spot, which is probably way overkill. So they inject like numbing shit throughout your entire head. And so that's a needle, and they go like pretty deep. And then,
really?
I mean, not like deep, not like this deep or anything, but like you can feel it like break the surface, and then and then they go around touching your head, and if you can feel it still, they'll go back in and inject it again. And bro, there was one point like at the end of it, because they had to go back a couple times, like two times in some spots, 3 times in another spot. And then at the end, she was just like, "Can you feel this?" And she's like pulling my hair, and I was like, "I can't feel anything. This is wild. You could play the drums on my head, and I wouldn't even know. Like, I wouldn't. It was crazy."
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
They went and did their thing, but yeah, and then you're not allowed to wash your hair for an entire day. And I remember going home, and once like the numbing stuff started wearing off, I was like, "Oh, this sucks."
It was bad. It hurt.
Oh, it sucked. Jeez. Yeah. It sucked like decent. It wasn't like a surgery sucked where like, your arm was broken, but like you were sore and like it was just starting to like just pump.
Right.
Oh, this sucks big time.
Now, is it like you just got to do it one time?
You just have to sleep like this because everything hurts. So you just got to
face down.
Yeah, I got one of those airplane pillows, and I just fell asleep sitting up in my bed. I don't know. This place supposedly said that like the way that they cycle the plasma in the machine, because everything's like in the room, so like you give blood and they cycle it. The way that they cycle it, they like double cycle it. So you only have to do it once a year if you wanted to do it multiple times. Other places, I guess the way that they do it, you'd have to go in like every 3 months or 6 months. Which if that was the case, I would say I would just no way.
Yeah.
Do something.
For sure.
Or just give me a rug. Throw a little. Let's get stupid with it.
I used to cut this dude at Funk's, bro, and he had like it was so funny because I'd never seen that before. And I remember he would always come in for his beard, and his hair was always like cut. And I'm like, I like kind of after a while, I was just like, "Hey, bro, I'm kind of offended you don't let me cut your hair," like And I was combing his beard down. And then I was like, "Where do you go?" And I went like this, and it lifted up from the back, bro. But it was so crazy because I thought like, it was like, I'm not even paying attention. Then I felt it pull. I thought it was like a little knot, but it was quick. And then the back part, like this part, was just boop. And I was like, I'm trying to play it off, but it scared the fuck out of me, bro. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then the dude was like, he's like, "It's just the beard today." I'm like, "Gotcha." Didn't say a single fucking thing, bro.
You're like, sorry about that.
I was just like, "Oh, I got you." Put some gum in there and shit.
Let me just push that.
Bro, but it smelled crazy.
The dude was just like, huh?
It smelled crazy. Like he would always come in, and I'm always like, maybe he's coming from the gym. But it was after that where I'm like, oh no, it's the little, bro. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty wild. It was, bro. But because the way they do it, bro, is they glue it. Like I know people who do it with like textured hair, right? Like African American hair. It's easier to like because it's what
you danced around that so much. You can just it's okay.
No, because I don't. Anyways.
You're okay.
The streets know what I was talking about. Because it's like it's not even real hair, bro. I mean, it can be, but a lot of the time it's like just yarn or whatever. But it's made to look like whatever. But there's also real hair. Anyways, like this one, bro, they glue it, and it's just a piece, and you can't like wash it. You have to use like a dry shampoo. But when you go to the gym, imagine you go to the gym, bro, and then it's hot out, you walking everywhere. It was pretty gnarly. But give me one second.
It just smells like shit.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking terrible. Hold on.
That little vacuum of air in there. The only time I've ever seen videos though is like the barbershop videos are of like at a black barbershop, and it's just like a bald black dude in there, and they do like you said, they clean them up on top, so it's like really nice and shiny and good, and then they throw that glue on there, and then he gets the hair ready, and they lay that shit down and make it look nice, and then he like cuts.
Yeah, bro.
He cuts everything. Yeah, he fades it into his actual, and then he puts the little like the black paint on there, and like really does the beard. I would never know.
Bro, me either. There's a guy where I work. He just got certified to do that, bro.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah. You have to be. Well, I mean, it's like I don't think it's a certified. I think it was a class to learn how to do it, but he got the certification to be able to teach people how to do it. Like he can hold classes.
I mean, I think that's such a good like niche because it's like if you're the bald guy, you need
something.
Someone. Well, not only that, but like just as a regular guy, like it's hard to find a good barber to cut your hair, and then like then you got to stick with him because he's the one that cuts your hair. He knows how you like it, all that kind of stuff. When you're a bald guy and you find some magician that can glue some hair on top of your head and fade it in and put some black paint on there and fade your beard, like you got a client for life. For sure. And they'll pay anything, I'm sure.
Yeah, I haven't asked him how much like that person charges or what's like the rate, but it cannot be cheap. But it's like it's worth it, bro, because you just went from 50 to 20, you know?
Oh,
like first
zero to hero.
Yeah.
Fuck. How long do you think you can wear those for? 1 day though? 2 days?
That one's like I think it's a couple weeks. Yeah, so
stinks.
But it's also like until the sides grow, so maybe only 2 weeks until they cut it down. Because I don't think I don't know.
Peel that fucker off.
They're just put a new one.
Dude, imagine because you go out that night for sure. Wow, the fact that you just took the brush out.
This fucking little piece.
Can I see that brush?
Nah.
Is it one of those big brushes?
Yeah, but it's got.
Are you pulling all the hair? Are you pulling all the hair?
Can you hear that? This is my wife's brush.
Dude, sounds like you're wrestling an animal under the desk.
Chewing apples.
Yeah. I wasn't worried about the hair. I just wanted to see if it was one of those big brushes with like the long.
Pull all this shit off.
I mean, just forget it. We can all envision what it looks. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like.
Yeah.
You for real comb your hair though?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not dogging you. I'm just asking.
What you mean? I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I use like a wide tooth comb, but I didn't do my hair today, so I was just let me throw some on. But yeah, I use a. Dude, if I were sometimes
you, I would look.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, like, cause my hair is curly, bro. Like it's wavy, but I feel like I look so unprofessional when I don't do my hair. You know?
What are you trying to be professional for?
Just in general, bro. Cause I'm at work. I'm suited and booted, and then I got my shit looking great. Look, like I just woke up.
But yeah, I mean, like when you FaceTime in the morning, sometimes that's that look though.
It's wild. You think so?
My hair is just I like that look more.
For real?
Yeah.
I've thought about it. A lot of people tell me that.
If you're gonna do the blonde streak, which we all know how I feel about the blonde streak,
it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away.
But if you're gonna do it, it looks good. It looks
good curly.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
might have to.
You look like Razor Ramon. Remember, do you know Razor Ramon or no?
Matt, I'm fucking young, bro. I'm young.
Bro. That's your homework. You got to look up Razor Ramon from
Razor
WWF
Ramon
from wrestling.
I'll look it up.
The bad guy. He used to have a toothpick. I don't even know what his national. He was supposed to be Hispanic, like Latin, but I'm pretty sure the real guy was probably white for sure. But he was like, he had slicked back hair like you, but he had like some curls hanging down and stuff. He was like the WWF, just bad boy.
The villain. I'll look. Yeah. Maybe I'll look it up and I'll pull that look off for the next episode, bro.
So I'm saying, let the people decide what.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't need to be professional anymore. You're gonna be a landlord. You're gonna be a mogul.
I know.
You gotta let that mindset go.
I know, bro. I'm tripping. I'm
get that Facebook card.
You know what, bro?
I'm CEO, bitch. That's your business card.
Bro, you know, I was gonna call you about this too. Right now I was talking to Kim, and we were talking about like, the huge lump sum of money that I just got.
It's unbelievable.
It's insane, right? And I was talking to her, and I was like, yo, I want to start wearing my own shirts for the pod, and she told me something, but I gotta let me license it. I can make it so nobody can steal that shit because it's pretty fucking awesome.
What, the idea?
Like what I want the first piece of merch to say, along with our logo in the back, but it's legit. And I was like, That was a good one. You'll like it, bro. It's fire.
And you know what happens too is that I was just reading. I think I meant to screenshot, send it to you if I didn't. But when you wear your own merch, you can write it all off. Yep.
We can add that to
So
no,
I'm
it's
down with
legit.
that.
So shout out to Kim for that idea,
I gotta do my taxes like tomorrow.
dude.
I've been putting it off and putting it off.
Well, dude, when you have
he's not even trying anymore.
when you have a
to reach
6-figure
out to me.
tax bill, I would take my time with it too, bro.
He's not even trying to reach out to me. He's just like, we give up. You're gonna owe all of it. Just give it all up right now. Who cares?
Bro, that's one thing I was actually thinking about calling my aunt today. I was like, what should I expect, bro? Like, not assuming when we close and everything. You know, what's that first? What's that look like? I have to pay more because I bought it, or is my boy Biden like, you know what, bro? You bought a crib, you good?
Biden's just giving up the house.
Shout out to my boy, bro. Shout out to my boy. Appreciate you.
I had a showing today.
That'll be the thumbnail.
Older husband and wife. He's 79, and they have some properties in Texas. They have multiple properties in Texas. They have multiple properties here. And so he had mentioned the new proposed capital gains tax. Who even knows if it'll even get passed? It's just being proposed right now, but it's getting people a little nervous. So he's actually trying to sell his properties in Texas right now to get in front of the possible capital gain. So he was not happy about the proposed capital gains tax.
Is that if I'm not mistaken, what made like every cryptocurrency drop?
That's the theory. There's a few theories. One of them is that's because the new proposed is like 43% or something crazy like that, 43 or 46%.
Over a million, right?
Yeah, which is asinine. But again, it's just proposed.
Yeah.
Like, is anyone going to agree to that? Who knows? Will they agree? But they'll agree to a lower number, possibly. People just get nervous, obviously, when it just even starts getting talked about.
For sure.
And especially like the more seasoned people and the more experienced people, they know. Like I watched a few videos and I've talked to a few people who make over $1 million, and they are like, we're not worried because we know how to write stuff off. We know what our deductions are. We know like we don't show $1 million on paper. We don't make $1 million on paper. So he's like, it's fine. Like those capital gains. It's the people that aren't very informed on it.
Right.
Like maybe this guy wasn't, maybe and they just see that news article or on TV where they just see that number, 46% capital gain, and they start panicking. And so he's going to sell his 3 properties. It sounded like he's selling his 3 properties solely on the fact of the capital gains. He's seen some good appreciation. He said he bought them for like 100, like a couple of years ago, and he's like, I'm going to turn around and sell them. They're under contract right now for like 250 or something like that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Sounds like they appreciated good, which is good, but it also sounds like I said probably 90% of his decision was from the capital gains. I don't think he would have thought about it as hard if it wasn't for the capital gains.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know, because like they're blocking a lot of shit anyways. You know what I mean? Like from both sides of. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't really paid too much attention, but I don't see something like that passing. But bro, people are so quick to be like, yeah, you want to talk? Ooh, let's not even touch on this shit.
Kim's gonna come running out. Kim will come running out of nowhere.
I know, babe. He's doing it again. No, I'm just kidding.
All of a sudden, I just start getting punched.
I know, right? She's gonna poke her head up. No, but
I don't even get involved with that anymore. Because I don't really care. I think whatever's good for the economy and whatever good for everybody, I guess, is I'm happy with. Certain things I don't agree with. I don't think like we talked about before. I don't really necessarily agree with the first-time homebuyer grant that they're possibly going to be releasing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which again, there might be some people that can really benefit from it. And I think that's fantastic. I don't have enough data on it. I don't have enough to decide whether it's more for the good than bad or more bad for good. Like, will it help some people? get houses that maybe couldn't have gotten and they deserve to be helped? Absolutely. Do I think that it could potentially flood the market like we talked about before and make it even worse than what we're seeing now? I think so too. So it's like, which one's the lesser of the two evils?
Yeah. Because right now too, I mean, that $15,000, the tax credit is probably what they're gonna pay.
So much money too.
Yeah, but it's gonna. A lot of stuff that you're gonna find is gonna be $15,000 above asking price, anyways.
Yeah, there was a few things that I had seen too where people were saying, "Oh, it looks like my house just got listed for $15,000 more than."
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, people always find a way.
Yeah, bro. And like I was kind of looked at it a little bit. I saw that like, in order to qualify, you have to live there for 4 years.
Yeah, so certain stipulations, but the one stipulation I was reading is that to qualify, you need to not have bought a house or owned a house in the last 3 years, and that's it. So, which is such a small time. Like, so if I bought a house more than 3 years ago, I'm good.
But I think you have to your. It's like really like if you made like not a lot of money either, right?
There's also a social and it helps promote like minority groups to get, it incentivizes them to do it because it's part of the bill where they'll actually get more. So like if you've owned a home for, the 3-year guideline is the top half, and that qualifies you for like $10,000. And then there's the second half, which adds on to it, where also if you're in these like minority groups or socially disadvantaged group, all of these things, then you'll qualify for another $10,000 or something like that.
Shit.
So like, again, do I think that it has the ability to help a lot of people that necessarily couldn't get a loan or couldn't qualify or couldn't purchase a property that they really wanted? Absolutely. I definitely think some good can come out of that. So again, it's just trying to see if it's more good or more bad in terms of, hopefully those people will take advantage of that loan product, and not every asshole in the book that doesn't deserve it will go get qualified for it instead. It's like all these PPP loans where all the money got spent right away.
Yeah.
On all these idiots that went out and did it right away.
I mean, I got a little check, Did you do it?
Brady went out and bought a boat. The PPP?
Yeah.
No, every time not for any reason besides just not doing it, just forgetting kind of and not doing it. I would get emails all the time reminding me, and there was a few people I know that was doing it, and I easily could have done it. I most likely, I just never did it. I'm sure if I look back on it in a little bit, I'll probably kick myself in the ass, depending. It was like the Wild West at one point. There was just like so many different little loan programs that were coming out, and some of them had to be paid back, some didn't.
Yeah, there's this dude that I work with, bro. He swore. He's like, "Yo, I just got $18,000, bro. I don't have to pay it back." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Tell me,
but it wasn't PPP though. It was an SBA, and I'm like, my man, I know for a fact you got to pay back an SBA loan.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And a lot of it was, I know people that were, doing a loan, like whether it was an SBA, and there was guidelines that said like this money can only be spent on payroll or business. And it had like very specific things that you could spend it on, and these people were just going on vacations and doing all.
Yeah, bro, I've seen that.
I'm like, if they find out you took out $20,000, they're gonna come get that money from you. I promise.
Yeah, I know some people that are kind of nervous. Shout out to y'all. You going to jail, my guy.
I told you the one person I know, she was in the bank, and while she was in there, they locked the doors, and somebody was getting arrested in Chase Bank.
No.
Doing a PPP scam.
Fuck.
Yep.
That is wild.
I know people on Section 8 that were getting PPP loans and getting all those loans. And it's like, hey, just so you know, part of the Section 8 paperwork that you sign is claiming that you don't make any money and that you don't have a job, yet the portion of you getting this loan is saying that you have a job and you've come on, like, so it's like, so now not only are you going to have to pay that loan back, but now you're going to be kicked off Section. I know that somebody was telling me that the Section 8 like higher ups were going through the list because they're
Damn,
both
to see who
federally
got it?
they're both federally funded programs.
Oh, yeah.
So they have access. They have access to the files. So they were like cross-referencing tenants and going down the list to see like if anybody, because they were just gonna, because the waiting list here for Section 8 is crazy.
There's a waiting
list?
list?
I was telling you before. Yeah, so I don't remember if we talked about it before, but for that 36 unit, we had 15 vacancies, and so I reached out to one of my Section 8 contacts, one of the caseworkers, and I was just like, hey, we have all these vacancies, and it would be cool if we could work together. And if you had, we could fill them up real fast and get a bunch of people off of, off your hands. And they don't really work like that. But she's like, here, talk to this lady. And she's like the president of the board pretty much. And so I had a good conversation with her. And she was telling me that for the first time in like 10 years, Section 8 opened up their books to allow more applicants. Mm-hmm. And so she said within the first week, there was 10,000 applications.
Jesus, bro.
She said they had to close down applications by week 3 because they already collected 60,000 applications.
Dude, that's
and
so
there
crazy.
there was a lotto for 10,000 spots, and that's it. Or no,
damn, bro, how do you even know?
It was 1,000 applications the first. So it was either 10,000 spots or 1,000 spots. So they collected either 10,000 applications or 1,000 applications. But I think they collected 1,000, and then by week 3 they had 10,000 applications for a lotto of only 1,000 spots available.
That's crazy, bro. And is it first come first serve, right? Like for that?
Dude, as soon as it was probably like a movie, just like the doors opening up and just yeah.
Damn.
It's like what's the shop, Black Friday or something at at the mall. So they
dude, you were about to have your own O-Block, bro.
Almost. Almost.
Speaking of O-Block, bro, I think we're pretty close into buying it, bro.
It's pretty close to what?
I said we're almost there to.
We're in negotiations.
Yeah.
We're doing some counter offers right now. We're about 13 or 15 million apart, so
they'll
we're
budge.
Close.
Yeah.
We just need to get a few credits and we'll be okay.
No biggie. Ain't no thing.
I wonder what that will end up going for. That'll
Dude,
be
60. If you guys don't know, in Chicago, the infamous O-Block. No, what's it really called? What's the apartment complex called?
Parkway Gardens.
Parkway Gardens. Is going for $60 million, bro. And it has 600, almost 700 units.
Yeah, like 600 and.
It's like 97 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's so crazy. Is that like the biggest in Chicago?
It's definitely one of the most infamous for sure. Mm-hmm. I would say, yeah. I mean, all in one spot like that, like in an area. I would say that Cabrini Green was one prior back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
That one was like big ass towers though, right?
Yeah, huge. They actually have some cool documentaries on that.
Yeah, I saw it on Gangland.
Yeah, so Gangland did one, and if you look it up on like Netflix and some other places, they have on YouTube too. They have cool ones where like 1995 like camcorder. They actually went inside Cabrini Green and walked around, like took the elevators, like went inside like the hallways, like at nighttime and shit. It was crazy.
That is wild.
You saw how bad. You saw how bad it really was there. So I would say Cabrini Green was definitely up there in terms of size, and the same as like being infamous.
Right.
But then they tore down Cabrini Green, and it's no longer. So Parkway Gardens has been around for a while, and it's almost 700 units. That's a ton.
Dude, what do you think property taxes are?
But I think everything, if I was reading that article correctly, like they're getting 100. So it's project based, and so that's the big thing with. That's what I wanted the 36 unit to be, was project based. So basically, the difference with subsidy programs, Section 8, for example, is usually on one unit, one house, you get a tenant. That tenant has a voucher. That voucher is with the tenant. So if that tenant leaves, that voucher follows that tenant.
Mm-hmm.
Project-based is the voucher is with the property itself. So it doesn't matter if a tenant comes and they're only there for 3 or 4 months and then they leave without telling you and whatever, you're continuously getting paid because it's project-based. The voucher's with the property.
All right.
So with Parkway Gardens O.Block, one of the incentives that they're throwing out there is that it's 100% funded and 100% project-based. So you're going to get paid from the federal government no matter what. If it's empty, if it's full, obviously they want it full and they want it, taken care of, but you're going to get paid 100% of the money. So that's their incentive. And I'm sure with something like
that's
that,
crazy.
If you read that article, they bought it in 2011, I think it was, and they bought it with a bunch of different types of grant money. So they got money from all these different places. And so usually with like I'm drawing a blank of what the one program's called, PAC money. No, not PAC money, but there's TIF money as one of them. But it's like, there was one project, I don't know if you had seen it or if we were talking about it, but there was a project that I had saw over the summer that I actually went and did a tour of. One of my investors was going to buy it. It was like a 36 unit. It had been vacant for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. It was like a haunted house inside. It was so scary and just flooded, and it was just a piece of shit.
Right.
But you could actually qualify for money from the city. They'll give you money to bring it back to life because this thing is such a big project. I mean, and that was only 39 units at that point that had just been sitting there vacant for a decade. Nobody's paying property taxes on it. No one's, there's nothing coming from it. So the city would you could essentially qualify for money, and they would give you money to help bring it back to life. So something like that, like an O.Block, something that's 600 and something units, that's a huge part of the city. And so you could probably qualify for like grant money and different things to get money to purchase and to maintain or rehab or, something like that.
That's
it is
so
such
crazy,
a giant project, though. It's insane.
Yeah, I can't. That's like, well, I didn't know it was that big, bro. I thought it was maybe 2 or 3 buildings, like from what I've seen.
Did you see that drone footage?
No.
That I sent you?
Oh. No, I don't think.
I think I sent it to you, or I will. It's part of that article. There's a link in there though, and there's drone footage of someone took a drone and they just like flew around and they flew above and then they flew like back on Chicago, so you could see just how big this is and where the city was and just like, yeah.
Why would you sell it if you're getting all that money, bro? From the. Well, I mean, I get why. But like,
O.Block is tough. And they've had it for a little bit. I mean, the company Related is the ones that have ownership of it, and they released a press statement saying that they think that they've gotten it to a point where it's going to be great for a future owner to carry the torch further and whatever. Mm-hmm. And they bought it in 2011 and they rehabbed a bunch of it, I guess. I don't know to what extent, but they rehabbed it all the way to like 2014, 2015. So they did like 3 or 4 years worth of rehab. And so I don't know specifically why they're selling, but I mean, that's a tough project to have for long periods of time.
Yeah, I would think so, bro.
And then they asked like community people. They asked like a pastor at the church that's in the community and a couple other people, and everyone else is saying that like Related didn't do anything, that they let it go to shit, and so of course you're gonna have conflicting reports where they're saying that they didn't take care of it and let it go to shit and didn't take care of the property or the tenants, and then Related's gonna say that they did everything, and so right. it's a lose, but. Yeah, man, I don't know. The money, of course, sounds great. 100% financing, that you're going to get a check. But yeah, it's that's a property management that takes a village of people to property manage and to take care of.
Yeah, because it's like, it's got to be scary, bro.
You know how many shootings take place in there?
That's what I was gonna say. Like imagine you just going in there to do something and they're just shootings. Like, you know what? Fuck this light bulb, whatever. Like,
so wait till you watch those Cabrini Green documentaries. Like I said, they had to have there was a new police superintendent or somebody, or you know what it was? It was the new person so CHA, like we talked about before. CHA is the Chicago Housing Authority, so it's the Section 8 of the city of Chicago. And so back in like whatever 1990s something, they had gone through like the Section 8 superintendent. They had gone through like 5 of them in 2 years, like just turnover after turnover, like couldn't do it. So this new guy came in and he was a hard ass, and he was like, not on my watch. So he got like the entire police force, and they showed it in a documentary. Like he marched the entire police force into Cabrini Green and basically went like unit to unit, and anybody that was not on a lease, so anybody that was in a unit that was not on a lease, that the cops were grabbing them by their shirts and taking them out and throwing them out of Cabrini Green. And like this dude was walking around like a bull. You can look it up on YouTube and a few other places. I think they have one on Netflix, but I was watching them on YouTube. But yeah, this guy was nuts. He was walking around, like I said, with a bullhorn in Cabrini Green. And then they threw everybody in paddy wagons basically and drove them wherever. And that's how. And then they had 24/7 security, like police security and everything at Cabrini Green.
Yeah, because I remember seeing stuff like they even like welded the back doors so people couldn't get like just one way in, one way out, just because of like how wild shit was. And even like
they used to have the residents of Cabrini Green used to have snipers on the roof.
Yeah, bro, it was that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
What are we talking about?
I'm telling you, and so that's what I'm saying. Like O-Block is like better, but it's a modern.
They're not on the roof. Everybody's on the ground. Like, look.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck now. Yeah, so but yeah, snipers on the roof.
Yeah, bro, I did remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, there's no fucking way.
I'll stick to my my smaller stuff, and I'll stick to what I know, as opposed to That's where it gets tricky, though. It gets lucrative, and you start seeing those dollar signs, and
yeah, but there's no fucking way. I don't think it's worth. No, bro, there's no way. Because like, besides putting people in potential danger, like it's just I'll stick to my 4-unit. I don't think that there's 100%.
100%. I just don't think that there's there's no win in that situation in the immediate future. Like, those people held it for 10 years. This next person's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be any better in the next 10 years over there or anywhere in Chicago for the most part. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's probably, I don't know, 2 ownerships away from being okay or better, or because right now there's nothing being set in place in terms of anything, Section 8 or anything with police or anything like that that's going to make that area or situation better. So it'll be equally as tough for the next owner. And it's just riding it out for the next, I don't know, 20 years or so, which seems like so long.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like so long. But I wish the best for whoever buys it. And
bro. Shout out to the homie Lil Durk, bro. He's like, I'll pay for it no matter. I kind of believe that. I'm like, damn, bro. But then I saw him like, oh, Lil Durk, 60 million. Oh, no, dog.
Yeah. I think it would be cool.
That would be really cool.
I think it would be dope for something like that. That's like a, Chance the Rapper being Chicago. Mm-hmm. But Chance, I don't think is from. I don't really know where Chance is from specifically in Chicago.
I do remember someone. I don't know, bro. I remember JG was talking about it.
He's in Englewood, is he?
I don't think he's. I mean, I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I'm not gonna pretend like I know.
But I don't know specifically, where Chance is from, or but like Dirk always talks about O-Block and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so it'd be dope, and I think that if he probably wouldn't even have to come up with money, I don't think, or probably not even a ton. He would probably get the backing of all like the actual financial people that are the ones that are actually buying it, and then he would just be the voice behind the purchase. And who knows, man? I think a lot of people respect Dirk. I feel. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead. You say a lot of people respect Dirk?
I feel like a lot of people respect Dirk, especially in that area in O-Block. So I think like if he bought it, and most people don't know that he could say he bought it, and most people would be like, oh damn, Dirk bought it, not knowing that like there's financial people behind him that bought it. So it's like they would see that as like a huge stepping stone, and they'd be like, "Damn, look! If Dirk can do it, I can do it." And like if he did it and was positive about it,
for sure.
Then I think that that's something that could definitely help that area and make a positive change. Mm-hmm. But if he just does it just to say I own O-Block and then, whatever, then it's just going to be the same vicious cycle that takes place, and it's never going to be any better.
I can almost see it going the opposite way, because it's just like, I don't know. I guess you use both two sides of every coin,
Yeah, I think it's cool though. I think it's always cool when something like that comes available, and it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out, I guess, in terms of who buys it and what takes place there.
But speaking of deals,
my phone started going.
No, bro, we are one step closer, bro. We are one step closer.
I can't believe you waited this long to talk about it.
Bro, of me doing the little money, little Rick Ross thing, bro. Well, because there's, shout out to Chris. But Chris, I almost had to hop on a flight, bro.
Sure. Yeah.
Almost had to hop on a flight. But,
I definitely don't blame you. I would have been there with you.
Yeah. So, but we're good. Shout out to Bev, my honey Bev out here in Vegas. No, man. So I got the call today. I felt like the NFL draft. I was like, hello. And they were like, yo, is this Mr. Aguirre? Where should we wire this $500,000? I'm like, you have to write to my checking account, sweetheart.
You could just hear them over the phone. They had those like black matrix glasses on, asking for your wiring information.
Bro, I was like, cool. So hopefully, I gotta check back with my agent. But yeah, bro, it's basically we're ready now. Now it's just, I pick which block I want to get. These 4 apartments, and I'm like, cool. Let me get these 4 separate buildings.
Block,
and,
B block, C
for
block.
Sure. Yeah, because one thing I'm gonna do too is also just as important as acquiring the whole neighborhood. I want to change the street name to Chuy Avenue, and then I can put it right here as a.
And then what you do is when you buy the block and you name it Chuy Avenue, you get out there with the mayor and you get one of those big gold scissors.
Yeah.
Like the ribbon cutting. Yeah, you do it. You do a ribbon cutting ceremony on Chuy Avenue with the mayor of Vegas.
And there we are.
Be like barber scissors. Boom.
Oh,
barber scissors. Oh.
See, now we're talking, bro.
Can't believe it. But yeah, man, I think. You told me what you qualified for, and I was like, "What's the bad mood for?"
Yeah, bro. Well, because I called you earlier, and I was a little frustrated, just because how I felt things were being handled, and I didn't appreciate it. But then, I called you.
Rightfully so.
Right. So I called you, and then during the time before you called me back, I had to get off the phone with the person who's handling it here, and she was just like, she's asking me all these questions, and I'm like, did you, what's going on? I was like, are you asking me? I'm like, I already did all this shit. I was just told you're supposed to tell me how much money I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Anyways, dude, I was so mad.
Groundhog's Day.
I was so mad because she was so nice. She's and Chris told me she's like an older woman, and I can hear it in her voice. And then she's like, what's your first and last name? And I'm like, I tell her. Your address? I'm like, wait, hold on. Am I filling out the application right now? I'm like, I already did. And she's just like, I don't see it here. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do, but I need you to get off the phone with me, call this man, and call me back. But anyways, dude. Everything, yeah, dude, I was fucking livid, bro. And,
I love yelling at people on the phone like that, and then like in the middle of me yelling, be like, "And I'm sorry, this isn't against you. I don't mean to take this out on you. I have to at least let them know that this isn't personal to them, but I'm going to continue to yell. I just want you to know. I'm gonna keep yelling."
That's what I told them. I'm like, "Man, I'm so sorry." I was just like, "I know it's not your fault, but it's a little frustrating because I had to call you. I had to Google and find you and call you." That's the part that pissed me off too, bro.
She was probably taking her midday nap too, because she's older. She startled her with a phone call out of nowhere.
Yeah, she's like, "Hello, who is this?" And then I was just like, "My name is Jesus, and I was talking to Chris."
And then the husband, and she's like, "I don't some Spanish guy. I don't know what he wants."
Bro, she called me
I don't
Jesus.
know what he wants.
I'm like, Jesus. Yes, that's me. Anyways, bro. Bro, she was like, "Oh, it's because we used your wife's maiden name," and I'm like, "Okay, just you got it. You got it."
You have to tell yourself, put your glasses on.
I know, bro. But it was so funny because all I hear is just. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm like, I don't know. You think I don't see this shit either? I'm like, ma'am. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, do you need some time? You can call Chris, get on the same page, and give me a call back. Because I was like, I was like, obviously, you know how fast stuff's moving, and I just need this piece of paper so I can go shopping. And again, it's not your fault, and I'm sorry for getting frustrated, but it's just a little frustrating because of I feel like there's a disconnect. And she's like, no,
excuse me, ma'am, do you work here?
Dude, that's the same thing I thought, bro. I was like, please, this is not the person. This is not the person that doesn't know like what's going on.
Can you go get somebody?
I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Do you want to call Chris and talk it over and then give me a call back? Yeah, sweetheart, that's perfect. I'll do that. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah, and just let me know if you want me to keep telling you how to do your job.
I was pissed, bro. I was so mad. But then everything was fine. She's like, and dude, it's so crazy how quick it was, though, bro. It was like once she found the two pieces and put it together. I just spit all over the place. It was 30 minutes, not even 30. It was probably like 10 minutes. She's like, okay, well, seeing off of this, adjusting the property tax here. Okay, so you're qualified for X amount. And I was like, how do you want me to send it? I'm like, email? And she's like, no, there's a certain way that you can. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, she's like, you have an agent already? I was like, yeah. He's like, have him call me at 5, and then we'll do that. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm sorry for yelling.
She looked at your approval and she was like, wow, that's a lot of zeros.
Yeah. So she was just like, I'm sorry, Mr. Aguirre. Her tone changed.
Yeah. Once she saw what you approved for, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. She got all apologetic.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so excited for you. Good luck. I'm like, I'm sure you are, but it's just fucking.
Yeah, you say this all the time. Just do your job better and faster next time. Don't suck up to me now.
Yeah, bro. It was just,
It happens like that, though. I legit have a deal that's closing on the 10th. It can close now, but for some reason we're closing on the 10th. I don't know why. But it legit was same deal. I know the buyer. He used to work at my old job. Really, really nice guy. It got to like the middle of the deal and they just started requesting a whole lot of stuff from him out of nowhere, and like the stuff that he was sending in they couldn't verify, and like it was just a pain. And then like something with his taxes were like his tax return and something else weren't matching up by like thousands of dollars. And so he was like he was done. He kept calling me and he was sending just like rapid fire emails to these people where I had to keep calling him. I'm like, hey man,
chill out.
Hold on a second. But the lender called me legit last week, like the end of last week, and they were like, as of right now, we're at a standstill. Like if we can't get this verified and we can't get it to the underwriter, like we're gonna have to really figure out what the next, like the deal was dead. Like they couldn't get it done.
Damn.
And then legit yesterday, got a text that everything got pushed through. Underwriter approved it. We're clear to close. Like, so it went from like deal being dead, don't know what the next step is, don't know how we're gonna do this, like we're screwed, to now, okay, cool, everything's good, we're clear to close. And so it's like it's so frustrating. The whole process. Like, so it's like the approval process can be frustrating sometimes, where you're just like, God damn it, like this is just the approval process. Like, why is it so? And that's why I say, like, buying a house is like that closing day can be so sweet sometimes, because it's just like you see all the shit you got to go through in order to get there.
Because I was thinking too, I was like, okay, well, we sent over all that stuff, and I was like, now we're here. Well, the only thing left, like, because from when you pick it, you get under contract, I'm like, it's 30 days, right? I mean, a lot can happen in those 30 days.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, in this market, I try to do a 30 days, a 30-day close. Most of the time, you'll end up like around 35 days, but it's like you'll get under contract and it'll be 30 days from acceptance. But like then you're gonna want to get an inspection. So sometimes it takes a couple of days for the inspector to get out there. Then it takes a day or two to get the inspection report back. So usually within that first couple of days, you're going to get an extension on your contract just for that purpose. So 30 days can be stretched out to like 35 pretty easily. But yeah, 30-day closes are pretty mandatory right now.
So,
which is doable though.
yeah. Hold on, we'll go back to my thought. But what was I gonna say? I forgot. What the question that I had?
Go back to a thought if you.
Well, because I wanted to continue with the conversation, but the thought was different. But then I forgot So some places, bro. Bro, so with the inspection, right? Because a lot of places that I'm looking at, it's like don't bother the tenants, whatever. So it's like, is it just like the AC works, the fucking ceiling's okay, or the roof is okay, etc. Or what does that go? What does that mean?
Every property is going to be different, but for the most part, like, so sometimes like the two people I met today, the older couple today, they were like, we looked at a 2-unit. It's going to be one unit's going to be for their daughter. And so the wife was just like, and we didn't know like how hard it is to see multifamilies, like with the tenants and all. And I was like, yep. I deal primarily with multifamilies. And that's something I always have to explain to people because they'll call me and just be like, hey, I want to go, like, it'll be somebody from my website or maybe a client that I just started working with. And like, hey, I found this place. I want to go see it today. Is it available? And I look and it's like a 3-unit fully occupied. And I don't even have to look. And I was like, no, there's no way. Because they have to allow us in. And so maybe you'll get to see 1 unit. But most of the time what they'll do is you'll see 1 unit. Hopefully one's available to see. And then you'll see all the common areas, all the mechanicals, like your heating and air, all that kind of stuff. You look around the outside, place an offer. If it gets accepted, then you can get into the other units.
Oh, you can? So you can be like, hey, I'm going to do a walkthrough?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard. Like, you got to be able to see what those units look like. It just, so like for an inspection.
That's one of my biggest fears. Not fears, but I wanted to make sure I can do that.
Yeah, so with an inspection, it like has to be mandatory for the most part that like the entire building is available for the inspector to go through. So the seller just has to tell everybody, hey, Wednesday at 3 p.m. you're gonna have to be home, or if you're not home, I have to be able to access your unit. Blah blah blah. And so, and most of these inspectors, at least the guys on my list, they know the multifamily thing. So they'll go in there and they'll do all the usual stuff, but they know that they're trying to get into those units and out of them as fast as possible, not to bother anybody, not to, cause any issues.
Now, I can go with the inspector, right?
I always recommend it.
I
don't know what it's like with COVID and all that kind of stuff out there. But as an agent, I go to inspections. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending, because it's just a lot of people sometimes with me and the inspector and a buyer, and maybe there's 2 buyers, and then it's just like me following them around for no reason. But I always recommend it for buyers because you'll learn a lot during that inspection as well, in terms of, especially if you do go through with the purchase. They can teach you about your property. They can teach you where the water shutoffs are. They can teach you, show you all different types of stuff. And then if there is anything wrong or anything that maybe needs attention in the future or should get attention in the future, they'll point it out to you at the inspection, so that way you can make mental notes and you just get a better idea of the inside of your property at that point.
Gotcha.
And then you get a full inspection report. Like I said, every company's different, but usually you'll get it like that night or next day or something like that. And every inspection report's going to be 20 pages long. It's going to have pictures and summary details, and it's going to be a full breakdown of that property. And they'll let you know like if there's anything big there that they think needs to be addressed right away, day one, or just stuff like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that was one of the things where I was like, I can bring. I mean, I don't know. Again, I was just thinking. I was like, I have family that works on like AC units, and those things are fucking expensive out here, bro. I mean, I'm assuming everywhere. So I was like, okay, cool. I can bring.
It's so important.
Yeah. So I was like, I can bring them, have them take because it takes 5 minutes. And look like, oh, you're good. This one's solid. Or it's
I would get a real inspector.
Bro.
AC units.
Yes.
That's idiotic.
Yeah.
I need an AC unit for the house I just bought too. Of course, it's gonna be fucking hot. I'm sure. Very short.
Anyways, you were saying, bro?
I would get a real inspector, obviously, to do all the inside, but anything like, because your AC and all that's outside, so you don't need access to units or anything like that. So if you have a family member that does heating and air, you can just have them shoot over there. Like when I had my 3-unit, my cousin and his dad does heating and air, and so If I had issues or whatever, he'd be like, hey, all right, I'm getting off work at 3 o'clock. I'll just stop over there. I say, okay. And then he would just go to the outside of the building and look at the AC units and tell me what was going on or whatever. So I didn't have to like coordinate anything with the tenants. So if you got a heating and air guy, you can just send him over there once you're under contract just to look at, even during your initial walkthrough, if you think you want someone there with you, then you can do that as well.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's nice, depending on what the situation is, to have a second set of eyes with you to kind of look at things. Then maybe they'll catch something that maybe you wouldn't have caught. But again, it's tough with multifamilies because you're walking into people's units, and so they don't want a lot of people there. So it's tough. You got to walk that fine line.
For sure. Yeah, there's we got, now it's getting a little closer. Just a couple more questions. I'm gonna have Kim with me too next time, so we can any type of like surprise shit we should expect, or just little shit that we're not thinking of.
Yeah, 100%. You're now at the point of like going to see places.
Yeah, which is pretty exciting because it's the whole neighborhood,
walking in all those front doors.
I'm like, let's see, what the fuck you got going on over here, bro? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Like, why don't I just knock down all of these and just make one big one? How about that?
Dude, imagine. Dude, there's I'll send you there's one that's kind of like that. It's pretty cool. But anyways, so yeah, man, that's where we're at with that. That's exciting stuff.
You think you're gonna go see a place in the next week or so?
I would absolutely love to. Yeah.
So
dude,
cool to touch
this
on
is the
next week then.
Yeah, for sure. This is like the shit too, where it's kind of frustrating when it's taking so long because there was that I pretty loosely ran the numbers on some of them. It was like, rent. All of them are occupied. They're renting for this. I'm like, boom, 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 cool. The outside is dope, and I'm like, obviously poor inspection, but then like within a day, 2 days, it's off market. Boom, they're just flying. There's some new ones today, but I'm like, this is too much. It's like 370, and like the inside is just trash. And I'm like, there's gonna be another 50 grand to fix all of it.
I got a buddy going through the exact same thing right now. He'll send me multiple properties. I'm getting him into as many houses as possible. Literally wrote an offer. He woke up this morning, sent me a text like 8 this morning. He's like, write a full price offer for this property, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you serious? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, wrote the offer, got him to sign everything, sent it over to the agents, sent them both text messages, let them know that they got the offer, called them, the whole deal. They sent me a text probably an hour later, and they were like, sorry, the owner accepted an offer minutes before you sent that over.
Damn.
And she's like, well, we'll still give it to him, but as of right now, he's staying with that offer. I was like, minutes?
That is pretty crazy.
Minutes? How much soon? He told me at 8 a.m. that we're writing. I mean, what do you want me to do here?
Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool though. Like, that's also another advantage that you like. I mean, obviously, bro, it sounds like you're a pretty good fucking agent. You're texting all the other agents like, hey, what's cracking? I got this shit coming up. You know what I mean?
That, I'm telling you, like, it seems so stupid, but in this market, you got to stand out in any way possible. And so it's like, I went to this 2-unit today, and they only are doing showings every Saturday from 4 to 4:30, and that's it.
What?
Like just 30-minute windows because both units are occupied. And so
I got you.
I went there with my those 2 people, and I got there first. And as I was walking up, there was 15 people waiting.
Jesus,
I was
bro.
I was like, for what?
Yeah.
Do you guys have the right address? This place? What are we doing here?
Yeah,
but it's just
because then you probably have to put something before you even walk out, right? Or else.
Oh, dude! But it was nice because the agent was there. This guy Michael, really cool guy who I think I've seen before at other open houses or wherever I've seen him at before. But I make sure if I ever have a chance to see the agent or talk to, like, I always try to stand out in a certain way, because then again, when I'm about to place an offer, I will call the agent to let them know that I'm about to place an offer, to be looking out for it. Hey, do you have any current offers on the table? Just kind of build some sort of rapport with that person. Don't sound like a robot. Try to have a good conversation with them.
Right.
And then, submit the offer, call them back or text them, whatever. Let them know that you did submit it, da-da-da-da-da. Because you got to, when they're getting 15 offers, you have to do anything you possibly can to stick out. Mm-hmm. Because, in a stack of 15 or in your email, everything looks the same.
Right.
Everyone's using the same contract. Everyone's filling in the same boxes. Everyone, for the most part. So it's you got to do something. So it's if an agent knows you or likes you and maybe has worked with you in the past and knows that you bring quality buyers, or that it's your lender that you're using and he knows your lender, just anything you could, or he knows your attorney, or
mm-hmm.
Just anything that you can kind of bridge that gap into making your buyer look the best and having a relationship with them. You have to. It's a necessity now in this market.
Yeah, man, because like I told you earlier, I had a couple gripes about,
Yeah.
And it was bro, I don't know if I'll keep this part in, but yeah, fuck it, I am pussy. Bro, he was like, yo, I'm gonna come over in a couple of days, maybe Friday or something. We can sit down and talk about, the market. And I'm like, yo, I know.
It's hot.
I know. By Friday, the two things that I'm fucking looking at are gonna be gone. I was like, I have a podcast about this.
I have a firm understanding.
I have a podcast about this. I have an idea.
Yeah. I have a firm grasp of what the market is.
Yes, but man, I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be the hardest shit now from here because of what I've told you.
You're gonna get to a point. Hopefully not. Hopefully you'll get. Hopefully it'll be good for you, and you only have to see a few, and that'll be it. But if not, you'll get to a point where you'll start to have those thoughts of being like, would I have more success if I was using a different agent? Mm-hmm. Not even in your situation, but in general, a lot of buyers are getting so frustrated in this market that they're starting to think why am I not winning? I don't understand. I'm going above ask. I'm doing all these extra things, and I don't understand. Is it my agent? Are they not presenting it the right way? Are they not doing something? So then I've seen buyers switch agents right in the middle of their 6-month search, mm-hmm. just to try to freshen it up and see if it. And then that agent goes out and does the same thing, and it's fuck. Right. I don't know, So yeah, definitely having an agent be on top of it. It's you have to have it too.
For sure, because even he had told me we got to talk about what we have to do because I'm not having a lot of success. And I'm like, yo, don't tell me that shit, bro. Because he's both sides, kind of listing and listing he's obviously doing well, but the selling is where, or vice versa, whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but he was basically we just got to talk about it because, it's just we have to do things above and beyond. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but that's your job. You tell me what you need from me.
It.
You tell me what you need from me, and you make this shit look pretty. Send it to the motherfucker.
That's what, and that's I when I send over the email contract, I do everything so specifically now. Just I used to, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would. If I would include the signed contract, the pre-approval, the signed disclosures, I would add them as separate attachments. So you would open up my email and you'd have 5 PDFs in there that you'd have to click through. Mm-hmm. And it's, when you're only getting one offer, that's not that big of a deal. But when you're getting 15, 20 offers and you got to open my email and comb through 5 separate attachments on top of the it's a pain. So now I just do one PDF attachment that has everything inside. Mm-hmm. I give a nice little breakdown in the subject of the email. I put the address, then I put conventional offer 20% down. I give them all the details in the subject, so they I try to make their job as easy as possible.
Right.
When I present my offer, and then like I said, I try to give them a call before. I try to give them a call after. I always let them know that they can call my, here's in the email I tell them here's the lender. This is a personal lender of mine. Here's his contact information. He knows we're submitting this offer. He said you can reach out to him at any point to discuss. I just try to do anything, anything. Please help me accept my offer.
Bro, my client will cut your hair for free forever.
Yeah, forever. There was a guy that he in the MLS description, somebody blasted him on this Facebook group that I'm a part of that has like literally 130,000 real estate agents in this group. Mm-hmm. And the guy ended up being in the group, which is very funny because he's like, yep, that's my listing. But he put in there like, I don't care about, because the old thing was just like attach a picture of your family and say how much it would mean to your family growing up in this house and write a little. And this guy in his description was like, I don't care about pictures of your family. I don't care about like nothing. He's like, you know what I want a picture of? He's like, your client's bank account statement to show me how much money they have. So I like, and then somebody else screenshotted it and it was like, agents like this and da-da-da-da. And this guy ended up being in the group. He's like, thank you for posting my listing. My phone hasn't stopped blowing up since you posted this. Like, so he was happy about it. But like, that's where agents are now. It's like, get to the point. Like, I don't care about all the, like, get to the point. My seller just wants the most money and the quickest deal.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, that's like there's even like clients at work that are. One called me today. He was just like, "Yo, bro, how's it going, man? You getting shit?" And I'm like, "Man, I might have to hire you, cuz." But nah, man.
You're gonna have those thoughts. I mean, as long as he's got you on a search and you're at least seeing them come as soon as they're available.
Yeah, I get the emails.
Yeah, and I would get those, like, star them or whatever it is so it shows up on your phone as soon as a new one hits. And then, like, send it to them right away. Be like, yo, schedule this ASAP.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, man, like I said, hopefully I'm going to give him a call right now and see how that convo went, because there's a lot of money, so I just want to see how he's going to handle it,
Yeah, and, how many zeros did they have a chance to talk about?
Oh, man. Yeah, so it's a lot, It's a lot.
Well, hopefully next week, though, that you'll at least have, like I said, walked to a property.
No, for sure.
And then we'll be able to go over that and, like, what you saw during it, like, all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
I'm thinking, probably schedule it for Sunday, Monday. So maybe Monday morning of next week. And we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's another.
I love it.
I know, I'm so excited, bro. Kim was next to me when you were sending us messages, and she was like, "Yo, he sounds fucking hype," and I was like, "I know." I'm like, at least somebody does it.
I got nervous energy.
But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for sticking with us. This is one of our longer episodes, but full of gems, obviously. We appreciate you guys, Mr. Matt. Anything you wanna end with, bro?
No, I feel good again. Look at that. It started off. I'm gonna throw these off my balcony as soon as we stop recording. I am going to. Yes, I'm putting them in a sock, and I'm just going to just twirl and just throw it as far as I absolutely can. And I'm
gonna make sure I overnight those. Or send me a text to remind me. I'm overnight you 2 pairs. Give one to the missus, please. Courtesy of Mr. Chuy.
Front doorman will sign for it, and I will put the air conditioning on as soon as this is over with as well.
For sure, bro. Yeah, because I almost got a little chilly, bro, because the vent's facing towards me. I'm like, man, it's kind of cold.
Okay.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.